health, wealth, happiness, fitness, motivation, personal development, business.
Hi guys, David McConaughey here of the Ask DMC show.
Hello everybody, David McConaughey here again with another episode of the Ask DMC show, and today's episode is all about shakes and magic potions. So before we begin, this is a subject that I am extremely passionate about, which means that sometimes profanities jump out my mouth, as in I swear. So this comes with a parental warning because I'm pulling no punches. I'm going to go right to town. I'm going to talk to you about experience. I'm going to tell you about the individuals that have approached me. I'm going to then allow you to take my opinion based on 10 years in the industry, creating a really successful private gym, coaching thousands of people, being on a really amazing and crazy and really challenging and experiencing educational journey myself. And the charlatans, Google it, if you don't know what charlatan means, Google it. The charlatans, the vultures that just fly around looking for uneducated, unhappy, overweight people who are desperate for the answer to their painful problem. Now, what am I talking about? Shakes! Not this. Yeah? Not this. Right, that's water. But things that people put in this. Yeah. Yep. Now, am I talking about supplements? No, I'm not talking about supplements. I'm talking about shakes. I'm talking about magic potions. I'm talking about the stuff that when you take it, all of a sudden you have the physique that you've always dreamed of, and boom. Are you honestly trying to tell me that some of the celebrities, right, I'm going to stay away from brands, I don't want a lawsuit and stuff, I'm not going to talk about anybody individually, I'm going to give you real life experiences that I've had, I'm going to tell you stories. But are you really telling me that a certain really beautiful woman wakes up in the morning, shouts on her man, and he comes down, she goes, "It's waiting for you, darling"? Or the professional footballers that endorse them, yeah? Or any of the other kind of veils, smoke screens that are used in order to endorse, quote unquote, don't really like doing that, but I'll quote unquote endorse this shite. Yes, I said it, first swear word, ting. Every time I swear I'm going to give £1 to the Maggie's Cancer Charity. We're going to get my video guy Rob is here, the awesome Rob from Robolus Media. All your video needs, all your media needs. That's the guy to see, robolusmedia.com. Tell him you know DMC, he'll give you a discount, a good price and all that. So, yeah, where was I? Shakes, lotions, pills, magic potions, all this kind of stuff. Yeah. So, in my experience, right, personal experience I'm talking about here, right, these people are uneducated. Okay, so they're salespeople. So they've been on a course and they've been taught how to say certain things. Case in point number one. Yeah. In fact, the reason I'm doing this is because of a conversation that I had with an individual who will remain anonymous a couple of weeks ago, and I'm going to tell you that story as well. But first, yeah, I'm in the gym with Julie, so we're down on the training zone. We've been training kettlebell sport at the time. The gym's empty. It was a Monday afternoon. We were closed for joint training, and the door goes and in she walks. She being 5'10", blonde hair, middle-aged female, lanyard, Herbalife distributor, t-shirt, wellness coach. She comes along, just I'm just like you. I said, okay, how's that? She went, well, I mean, I help people lose weight as well. And just to introduce you to my products. Look, I'm really kind of sorry, I don't have any time here. However, if you want to just kind of like basically leave, but I was polite, I'm not interested in what you do. And she said, why not? And she was quite aggressive. And I said, so what's in it? Well, it's all natural produce. Is that really true? Yeah, of course it is. Well, what about the soya that's in it? what about the high fructose corn syrup? Oh, they're not. I mean, they're endorsed by said so-and-so, and I was like, right, I said, okay, so what's your experience and what's your qualifications? So we bypassed that bit, because I know what's in it. I mean, I can read the nutrition label, most people can't. I can read the ingredients and I understand about what ingredients are. And basically she told me that she was a wellness coach. So my challenge or pushback on that was, well, is that not a title? I was like, so what's your qualifications? Like, what qualifies you to be educating people on weight loss, fat loss, the hierarchy of fat loss, health improvement, vitality, any of these type of things? No answer. Well, I've been on this stuff for 4 years and it worked for me. Okay, social proof, brilliant, that was good. I'm glad it worked for you, but now you're peddling it to other people. So she kind of left. She left the gym. I'm dead against it. It goes against all my values. It's one of the reasons why I'm doing this. Anybody who's a decent coach, who understands about teaching people to help them to get over the challenges that they have with food or being unhealthy or their attitude to exercise or any of these things, that gives you an opportunity to be a role model. When you're teaching somebody, you are there to provide them with education, support, care, guidance, motivation, inspiration. All these are awesome things. And as a teacher, as a coach, as a trainer, you get an opportunity to be able to take somebody on a journey. Now, nutrition can be a minefield. So what we tend to do is just teach health and vitality based on physiological and biological needs of a human being. So it's factual. So like, nobody can really argue with us and say, well, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. So, like, here you go. Drink water, fresh water as much as possible. Eat vegetables, many of them, as much as possible. Eat clean protein sources as much as possible. Have carbohydrates from natural sources, as in potatoes or rice, as much as possible. Decrease heavily processed foods as much as possible. Exercise till you sweat and you move in any form. And, you know, if you want to go a wee bit kind of deeper, have a positive self-image and meditate. But those two are kind of a bit wacky for the rest of Scotland. Everything I've just described there is like how to be healthy. And if you do that consistently over a period of time with concentration and a wee bit of intensity in your exercise, then you'll lose weight. It's weight loss. Right, so I've digressed a wee bit there, but I'm just talking about that's how we educate people. Now, what I've just talked about there is kind of general knowledge. If you ask 100 people in the street, you know, what's better for you, a Mars bar or a broccoli, they're going to turn around and say a broccoli. Some of them might say they don't like it, but broccoli. Whole food. Processed food is, if we're going to go on definition, 3 components or more, or a food type that has been chemically enhanced. Whole food is like an apple or a chicken, but a chicken, whole food. A nut, whole food. And our diet wants to be full of wholesome whole foods. Now there's other things that we can go on in this. We'll do a cookery, we're going to do one of the episodes on the basics of cooking and how to do it, and we're going to have a cookery video and it's getting shot on the 8th of November. So that's in the pipeline and that stuff's going to get shared because not a lot of people can cook, but I'm digressing here. Let's get back to these charlatans. They're salespeople. They are salespeople. They're after your money. They're after your money. They're not there to educate you. They're not there to motivate you. They're there so that you take your shake, which is calorie restriction, twice a day or whatever you have to do, 3 times a day, and you take this potion, you take this lotion, and you maybe take a pill, and then all of a sudden, boom, it works until it doesn't work. And over that period of time, they're extracting money from you because they're selling to you. Now, I have a product. Yes. Do I use supplements? Yes, I use Sun Warrior protein. Vegan, vegetarian friendly, GMO free, dairy free. I also sell it within the gym for individuals who want to take it. I don't push it on them. I take Mega Greens, which is 40 vegetables, again vegan and vegetarian friendly, that are ground into powder, and I take them in caps, just so that I can up my vitamin and mineral intake. I use the protein once a day after training, just to get a quick hit of protein, you know, and I actually quite like it, and sometimes I make cookies from it and other stuff. And for my essential fatty acids, I use Udos oil, which is, again, vegan and vegetarian friendly. Now, the reason I'm doing that, I'm not a vegan, I'm not a vegetarian, the process of it is limited. There's limited chemicals, there's limited ingredients. It's as limited in its processedness which isn't a word, you grammar freaks understand that, I'm going to say it anyway, limited in the processedness. So there's it's really kind of as minimum as possible. So yes, I take supplements, use magnesium spray as well. All this has been based on courses that I've done with people like Mike Mahler, top nutrition expert, global fitness, strength and conditioning, globally renowned hormone optimization specialist. I've been on lots of courses. The opinion that I have is based around me watching people, but also the courses that I've heavily invested in myself. I've been all over the world training with the best of the best, Martin Rooney, Steve Cotter, Mike Mahler, to Andy Harrington, to name Dr. Bandler, Paul McKenna, Tony Robbins, just to name a few. And I've invested in my learning, because so I can teach people. This isn't going to happen. You're buying this stuff to make money for other individuals. Do we make money? Yes, of course we do, because we have a product to sell. And I'm not kidding on that we don't sell a product. But we sell a product in a package that has a process that produces great results, and it's based around health and vitality. That's what it's based around. That's the foundation on it, being healthy and vitality. And that's why we can help hundreds of people lose collectively hundreds of stones, and in many cases completely transform their life. And you just have to look at the results that my company's produced, and I've produced, and my coach have produced over the last 4 years within the gym. Our birthday on Saturday, we'll be 4 years old, and a few years previous to that when I worked in the commercial environment. So, don't be taken in by these charlatans, and I call them charlatans because they are. If you're a health professional, if you're a personal trainer and you're peddling this pish, then stop it and go and learn how to coach somebody. Go and learn how to connect with somebody. Go and learn how to understand people's values. Go and learn how to help somebody break through from a challenge, from a rebound. And go and learn how to help somebody to understand their emotional needs. So emotional content. Every time I say emotional needs, I just think about Bruce Lee. Don't think, feel. All that kind of. Bruce Lee's the man. Awesome. Teaching people how to be aware of their emotions, and then being aware of what happens when they're in that emotional state, and how that emotional state can sometimes trigger certain behaviours. Now, I know about this more than most because it happens to me. I can kind of be controlled by my emotions at times, and I'm learning about it, and I'm learning even more now than I ever have done, and I'm always moving forward and never looking back. So my development will progress, and I'll keep going. And these are the things that people need to be able to understand. You have to try and bridge the gap. I'm talking about fitness professionals here. So we've been able to bridge the gap between where that person sees himself right now and where they want to go, and being able to guide them and take them. Saying to somebody here, take this because it will help you lose weight. Well, like, what the fuck? Honestly, like, if people are coming to you because they're unhappy about their weight, which makes them unhappy, which puts them in a negative state and an unhappy emotional state, the solution is not shake, shake, drink. We guarantee you're going to get boom, boom, boom. Because I tell you what, right, for the money that you're paying, you could buy your own stuff and make your own stuff up much cheaper and probably get a better quality produce as well and save yourself money, because the components of it are the same. It will put you in calorie restriction. If you do that enough for a long period of time, you will lose weight. You'll lose weight, you'll lose water weight, you'll lose body fat, you'll couple that with exercise, boom, sorted. Most people that I know that have done this have had horrendous rebounds, have had real emotional challenges, and it's never worked. So that's based on the kind of demographic that I've got. For the people that I know that sell it, they're only interested in money. They're interested in being the number one performer. They're interested in the free car. They're interested. I'm talking about individuals that I've had conversations with where I've said to them, are you going to get qualified? Are you going to follow through? And the reply was, no, it costs too much money. And 2, I don't have the time. The 2 most common excuses for people who don't follow through and do the shit that they're supposed to, can't afford it, don't have the time. That was the reply. This is the same individual that asked me to have a look at her product. And I was like, right, okay, private messages on Facebook, okay. I'm not really into this stuff, so do you know what? I don't do it. I get asked all the time, guys. I get contacted all the time, and every new person that contacts me, their product's even better than the last one, and they always tell me all the same stuff. And then I ask them for the label. So I asked this individual for the nutritional, the label. Yeah, it's just a screenshot, iPhone screenshot, ping it across, and the ingredients. 4 times. 4 times I asked. And no, I got a sales chat back. Then, this was all privately, and then she decided to post on my timeline because she was trying to break the Glasgow market, and my only assumption would be that she thought that if people saw me discussing this with her, then they would see it as a kind of endorsement, maybe, because we are very successful at what we do here at DMC Fitness. Eventually I got the label, and the first thing on it, I actually had to go on its website, and this is a new product. It's not in the UK yet, but it's on its way over. And I looked through the website, everything was fine. It was all vitamins, vitality, vitamins, this, vitamin, that, vitamin, all vitamins, and then very, very, very small, you can see PDF of nutritional value. Click on it, what's the first thing that's in it? 7 grams per sachet of sugar. And some chemicals, because in the other ingredients section there's some chemicals. So I explained that to this person, and then I got a personal attack. She personally attacked me, and obviously that was the end of the conversation, but I had pre-framed that this would happen. Now, here's a situation where you have an individual. Now, I've met 5 or 6 of these people who all fall into the same bracket. They're all interested in money. They're interested in your money, but they're not interested in providing you with a comprehensive process to follow where you can evaluate exactly why you feel the way you feel, and you can then go and develop a better version of yourself, having been kind of professionally, personally educated on, the reason why you're pissed off, the reason why you eat too much, the reason why you maybe don't like yourself, like past experience, whatever it is. That's why you get involved with a coach. That's why you invest in a program that's about health development, personal development, any aspect. It should be about the educational process that the teacher's going to give you, about being taught how to understand the whys, the why you've done it, and the why you shouldn't do it, and all that kind of stuff. Not just taking a sachet, which is a 1/4 ounce of sugar, and putting it in some water and going, boom, good, okay, in 2 weeks the scales, which are for fish, a metal machine with a number which controls you emotionally, or most people who are overweight. How do I know? Because I've been overweight. I've been really overweight. I've been 20 stone. I've been down to 14 stone. I've been a semi-professional champion cage fighter. I've competed at kettlebell sport, boxing, Thai boxing. I've been an athlete, and I've also been a very stressed out, unhappy guy who had to deal with death, who very quickly put on about 3 stone this year. And I know about all this from a personal perspective. But professionally, I also understand how to coach people. And I have to say just now as a caveat, I am not teaching anybody about nutrition at the moment. There's a level of incongruence with me in that specific category. However, I'm going to lose 4 stone between now and March, and I'll get back to being the best version of me, or I'm going to create, not back, going forward, I'm going to create the best version of me. You've heard it here, I share it in my daily emails. If you want my emails, they come out, I kind of put out a daily motivational email. I share lots of free content. I give videos, I give blogs, loads and loads of stuff. Completely free. Reply to this and I'll put you on my list. Okay? So I understand, right? And most people, as a generalisation here, I'm going to make a global kind of quantifier here. Most people who are overweight and unfit find themselves unhappy with where they are, and they're looking for a solution. It's not in shakes. Guys, it's not in potions, pills, lotions, it's in none of that. Do you know what? The most important thing is that you have to decide that you want to change and move forward. And then the best thing to do is to get involved with somebody that can help you. Now, people say to me, I've not got the time, I've not got the money. I said, cool, okay, so here you go. To be healthy, right, drink lots of water, stimulate water, and maybe cut herbal teas, real odd coffee, whatever. Yep, that's your fluid sorted. Make sure you drink as soon as you wake up and drink throughout the day. Eat vegetables in whatever forms. If you don't like eating vegetables, get those greens caps I was talking about, mega greens, get them online. It works out about 40 or 50 pence a day on average, and you'll get a really good burst of the kind of vitamins and minerals that you need, you know, to have health and vitality. Proteins, fish, red meat, forget about what the World Health Organisation said. Their kind of studies slightly kind of not flawed, but the way it's been pushed out in the media is kind of there's a bit an alternative way to look at it. Chicken, fish, that's your proteins, and make sure you kind of get some form of carbohydrates in at some point within the week. So for glycogen, so you talk about rice and potatoes, and then exercise. If you've not got the time to exercise, well, everybody can get up a bit earlier. Most people can get up an hour earlier and go for a walk. Right? It costs nothing to walk, it costs nothing to go for a cycle if you've got a bike, or you can borrow a bike. I'm just kind of going into different things here. So saying you've got no time, saying you've got money is kind of two pretty pants excuses. Yeah, but there's a need that you're trying to fill, so like follow through. We don't give basic advice, as I said in my emails. I give free workouts as well, so you've got all the stuff that you need there. Just hit me up by a reply to this, or click on the section below, and I'll sort you out. So yeah, there's where I'm at with this. I've given you some personal experiences too. There's another 3 or 4 that I could talk about. I'm not abusive to these people. I completely disagree with any fitness professional who does this as a way to be able to make money, and I pretty much disagree with anybody that does it, because in the industry that I'm very proud to be a part of, I love what we do, as in teaching. I love the opportunity to help somebody develop and grow, and I love to take them on that journey, and it doesn't involve false promises, it doesn't involve hype, it doesn't involve, you know, rapid, quick results that are just going to bounce back on again. What it does involve is a bit of kind of self-reflection. What it does involve is a bit of commitment. What it does involve is a bit of clarity. Let's go with the C's here. A bit of clarity, understanding what the goal is. A bit of courage, yeah, to be able to say, well, I'm going to go and do that, and I'm going to follow it through until it's done. In order to get to the end, you know, you're looking at having some consistency, yeah, added in with a bit of concentration. You know, so clarity, what is it you want? Be truthful with yourself, understand what it is that you're looking for, what need do you want? Courage to follow it through, the consistency to see it all the way to the end, or even the courage to start it, consistency to see it to the end, and then the concentration when you need to learn and understand and evaluate yourself. Stay away from just being somebody else's money. Stay away from these charlatans, because do you know what? I've yet to find anybody in the industry that I know that's a good trainer or a good coach that peddles this pish. I know loads and loads. It's pish. It's fucking pish. It's absolute shite. Like, do not put it in your system, and don't listen to the nonsense that they feed you with their hypnotic language and their sales pitch, because that's just learned. It's just parrot fashion learned. All the good coaches I know, all the good trainers, I'm talking about internationally, globally, UK wide. I'm talking about some of the best guys. And I've trained with them, been on courses and seminars with them. I follow them on Facebook, I follow their blogs. We all pretty much sing from the same song sheet of learn how to be healthy, learn how to move properly, learn how to be happy, learn how to develop yourself, learn how to grow, go on courses, hire coaches, get advice, join communities. There's so much out there that you can do and get involved in. you know, that you can start to educate yourself and go on a journey. Because at the end of the day, that shake ain't going to teach you anything. All it's going to do is give you false hope. And when you get results, because you will, if you do it enough, consistently, you get results. And then when it doesn't work, you just become that version of yourself again that you were at the beginning, because you've not learned anything. And then maybe reach out for the same product because, well, it got you results in the first place. And that's what I call about becoming a boomerang. A boomerang customer. In my book that's been released kind of the mid of next year, from fat to lean and in between, in the search of health, wealth and happiness, I cover all this off in one full chapter, and I've really enjoyed reading it because I've tried about 20 different diets. I've tried loads of different things. I've tested different things. I've got good results. I've tried, but I've never done any of this. I've never done any shakes and potions, and I've never done any kind of processed chemical nonsense. No, I've not went near it because what I find is the only thing that works is being healthy. So I'm going to wrap this episode up now. I hope you enjoyed that. You know, if you disagree with what I'm saying, that's cool. Everybody's allowed their own opinion. I'm not here to be a dictator. I'm just sharing what I've seen and experienced in the last 10 years. The types of people that I've been encouraged to engage in conversations with around these shitey, pishy products, and the horrendous effects that I've had to tidy up, and my coaches have had to tidy up with people who have tried just about everything that there is, and my latest experience with the charlatan who was too busy and didn't have any time and wasn't willing to commit financially and becoming a health and fitness professional, but will peddle products to people so that they can get their car and be the number one salesperson. Oh, and lastly, before I go, network marketing. I know what network marketing is because I quickly progressed in 6 months to being the second best performer across 270 odd people within 7 or 8 BNI chapters in the west of Scotland doing network marketing. Not multi-level pyramid schemes. All they do with that is just give it a different name. Again, that's a whole other episode and another argument. Just, end of the day, right? Learn from people that know what they're doing, that are qualified and experienced, have personal experience in it, get great results. Don't buy into the hocus pocus magic potion pish. You know, and if you're unhappy with your weight and you need help, hook me up and I'll give you some advice, and I'll try and help you as best I can. We will, you know, go out there and learn, educate yourself, you know, get some motivation and go on a journey of self-discovery. So we're going to wrap that up right here. This has been another episode of the Ask DMC show. I've really loved delivering this one. I'm loving the start of the shows and getting right into it. If you have any questions at all, email Davey at dmcfitness.co.uk. That's Davey at dmcfitness.co.uk, and I'll cover off any questions that you want me to talk about in the up and coming shows. Okay, excellent. Thanks guys. Have an awesome day, and yeah, just be your awesome self. Health, wealth, happiness, fitness, motivation, personal development, business.
Hi guys, David McConaughey here of the Ask DMC show.